Hollyoaks spoilers, 10 outrageously brilliant moments from the McQueen Magaluf special. I must admit, having spent the day chatting to the cast of Hollyoaks and also enjoying the fact that the heatwave was certainly less overwhelming for a Socttish man in Liverpool than London, I was already in a good mood when it came to sitting down with the team for the first exclusive screening of the McQueens hitting Magaluf. But that was nothing compared to the good mood I was in by the time the credits rolled. What an absolute hoot! Hollyoaks is a soap that deals with hard-hitting, complex and socially important storylines with great sensitivity and success, but it also knows how to go full-on outrageous, camp and downright entertaining, proving that soaps don't always have to take themselves so seriously. From the opening scene of a glam Mercedes ruining a Hollywood babesque opening shot on a yacht with a filthy burp through to outrageous costumes, nudity, scandal, sex, scraps, food poisoning and Goldie squatting for a slash by the bins, I barely stopped laughing and never stopped grinning. This is Hollyoaks at its unmissable best, and so I am holding back a number of big storyline twists so that you can enjoy the episodes like I did. But for a teaser, here are 10 moments you will have to look out for. Oh, and let's not forget the brand new opening titles. You will never guess who is sassing it up in the closing bit of the montage. Spoiler, you actually definitely will, but who else could it possibly be? 1. There is a lot of flesh. Yep, that won't come as a huge surprise with the McQueens descending on a hot country for a hen party, but at one point, one character is a little more scantily clad than they would like, and they have to resort to using a well-placed swimming inflatable to cover their modesty. We've all been there. 2. Queen Anna rules the episode. She is at her outrageous best from the moment she tries to find a Lothario who is a cross between Enrique Iglesias and Ricky Martin to the moment where she causes one heck of a scene in a nightclub. But it turns out to be quite a good drip for Nana, who may actually find genuine love after getting over the disappointment of how different from his profile picture her holiday romance looks. 3. Mercedes has a lot of catching up to do, and the moment that Myra announces I'm a lesbian now leads to the most glorious and infectious reaction. But Sally needn't worry about Mercy being judgmental, she is soon welcome to the family. 4. Goldie is golden. We have always been big fans of this character who just epitomizes the name McQueen, and yep, she's at her bullshy best. Myra ropes her into sabotaging Mercy's engagement, which she does with great gusto, and you will never unsee her relieving herself when the previous night's booze gets too much for the old bladder. Keeping it classy, McQueen style. 5. Cleo's ongoing story is represented honestly. While it may not be a focus, Hollyoaks doesn't use the Magaluf special to get everyone undressed, forgetting about Cleo's body dysmorphia in the process. It's subtle, and Cleo is there to have a good time. But you won't see her out in a bikini. 6. Sally struggles with the hot country again. She makes sure she takes every measure from the biggest hats to a face covered in sun cream throughout, but her attempt to soak up some culture by having some authentic seafood backfires in a big way. And there's a different reason she is sweating buckets this time. 7. Speaking of sweating, Courtney has a good cause to be very nervous indeed as she prepares to act as a drugs mule for evil Glenn. She comes face to face with Liam, who warns her of the risk she is taking. But Courtney knows she will never get Glenn off her back otherwise. 8. Mercedes calls off the wedding, but it isn't for the reason that Myra thinks. Myra is determined to put a stop to the engagement as she thinks Mercy can do better, but when Mercy makes the decision, there is something else, a bit more surprising, at play. 9. There are twists. By and large, the episode is one long romp of partying, outrageous costumes, one-liners, sassiness and fun. But it is also packed with drama too, and for one character in particular, their dream holiday could turn into a nightmare. 10. It's all packed in. Unlike last year's trip to Ibiza, which spread scenes across a whole week among the drama back in the village, Magaluf is focused across 2 episodes, with the first being completely abroad. It works better that way and gives a real feeling that this is something special. And let me assure you without hesitation, it certainly is.